What's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video talking about what would have happened if the governor took Rick up on his offer and joined the prison group. Right, so this is one actually that a good amount of people wanted to go ahead and see me do, and I think it is a fairly interesting one. Go ahead and add it to the list of Daily Dead videos to do and get us through up until February 9th, when of course the show returns. By the way, time is flying by. I mean, pretty soon we're going to be at the end of December, then we'll be into the new year, and then of course about a month and 9 days, and we'll see the return of the TV series with an additional 8 episodes. So very exciting for that. Now, what if topic, you guys know, if you've been following my channel for a while, I don't usually like to do what if topics, but here and there's one that makes sense. It did, what if Shane had survived, different what if topics like that do make sense. This is one that people really were suggesting. I had at least 5 different people suggest it, so went ahead and decided let's do it. So what if, now for those of you who don't know exactly what we're talking about here, what if when the governor was at the prison fences, right at the gates, and he was negotiating with Rick, and Rick made the offer, we can all live in the prison together. We can stay in separate cell blocks. You can stay on one side, we can stay on the other, and we'll just we'll sort it out. We'll work it out. It could work. It can. Hershel says, right? And then the governor replies, it coulda. But not after Woodbury, not after Andrea. Now, what does he mean by that? Well, we saw it just before, a little bit of foreshadowing in the RV when Michonne and Hershel were sitting there and the governor was kind of talking to them for a minute. She says, I'm going to kill you, right? And of course, she was searching for him for a really long time to get revenge for what happened to Andrea, who she cared about very much because she had spent so many months with her on her own between the end of season 2 and the beginning of The Walking Dead season 3. So that said, what did the governor mean by it? It could have, but not after everything that's happened. I think he's referring a lot to Michonne in a way, because what would they do about that? If they cast Michonne out, she's not going to let it go. She's going to come back and she's going to hunt him down, especially when she knows where he's at. If she knows he's staying in a particular cell block or something of the sort, Michonne's going to hunt him down and she's going to kill him. That's all there is to it. Or he'll kill her. One of the two. Either way, it wouldn't work. She wouldn't be able to help herself but come back and get justice for Andrea. Even if she agreed, and I think they all know this, if she agreed to leave the group, leave the prison, and never come back so that the people could live in peace there, it wouldn't matter. She wouldn't be able to help herself. She would be compelled to come back, and sooner or later she would, and she would either kill the governor or he would kill her. So I think that's what he meant by it could have, but not after that. Now, in addition to that, there's others too. He did kill Merle, so you've also got Daryl in the mix there too. Daryl would want to kill him as well too, and would be struggling with himself not to do it. And even Daryl, he's such a badass type character. For his brother, I honestly, I don't think he could hold himself back. I think sooner or later, the governor might be playing with Megan or something, and next thing you know, he'll get an arrow in the back of the head or something. It plain and simple, it just wouldn't work. There's too many characters at the prison that would want him dead. And in addition to that, you could even deal with situations like, for example, Hershel and the others just talking with members of the governor's side, telling them what happened at Woodbury, like what really happened. They heard the governor's side of it, but now they're going to hear their side of it and all the details of actually what did occur, and they may turn against him. And there's no way he would allow that to happen, right? Also, we saw with Martinez's group, he doesn't like democracy. He wants to be a dictator. He wants to be the only one in charge, and he doesn't want anybody else to threaten his command or to argue with him or even second guess him or question what he's doing. He wants total leadership, total domination, total obedience from everyone under him. So he would not allow something like that to happen because he himself is compelled to lead and to be the sole leader of the group which he's in. Like Woodbury, like with Martinez's group taking it over, same type of thing. So plain and simple, the way the characters have been brought together, it wouldn't make sense that they would agree to do it. This is a what-if type scenario where when you look at the characters, if they would have gone that route in the TV series, it wouldn't make sense, and it would go against the characters and how they have progressed and how they have developed, and it would feel too contrived. It would not feel natural. As a result, it would be way worse for the show if they were to do something against character, totally against their characters, and that would be Daryl, Michonne, and the governor that would all have to do that, as well as, Rick too. You got to think he's a little bit pissed about what happened with Andrea too. He was there too, right? So he might, he may have to struggle with it. He may be able to do it. But the others, I don't think they could. I really don't. So, especially the governor, he wouldn't want to put himself in that type of position where he could be ousted from lead and they could set up a democracy or something of the sort. He doesn't want that. So it goes against all the different characters, and it doesn't make sense. You couldn't really do it. With the governor, it's all or nothing. He's taking command or not at all, and he's on his own completely. He's either taking over and he's killing all the leaders in Martinez's group, taking control of that group, or the same thing would happen if he would have agreed. So it makes sense that he wouldn't agree, and that he would press the issue and dice up Hershel and call Rick a liar, because he really can't change. That's who he is. That's in his character. Some things you can change about yourself, but there's others that are more deep-seated, that are more rooted, that are not as easy to change. We all have inner demons. We all have to battle within ourselves. And I don't think from his perspective as a character, it would have made sense to do that. So this one for me, just simply, it doesn't make sense. The idea at first is good, but when you analyze the characters, you see that it doesn't work. It wouldn't work. They'd kill each other very quickly, and there's no way the governor, as a chess player, strategically would put himself in that kind of jeopardy. So it's just not going to happen. He's very self-preserving. We all are, but he's, even at the expense of any amount of deaths, he's even more self-preserving. So anyway, that's it for this video, guys. So if you have any other suggestions, please feel free to send them to me. And I want to keep up with the Daily Dead videos, but it gets harder and harder as I run out of video topics, video ideas. So please send me some if you have some, and I'll take them into consideration and make the ones that I can. Anyway, I hope you guys all had a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you. It'll be coming up in a few days. And that's pretty much all I got to say. I'll call it here. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This is Trev, and I'm saying peace.